Hello, Collegian viewers. Happy to have you with us. Marcus Traxler, Drew Amon, and let's talk doubleheader. Kansas State in the house in the early game against the women, and they take down the Jackrabbits 63-46. Drew, what do you take away from historically atrocious performance offensively from the Jackrabbits?
Indeed, yes. This 1 percentage point lower than their offensive performance against Cincinnati and Cancun, Mexico,
Which was a historic low.
Yeah, and then they come back 3 weeks later and have a similar performance. So the problem for them, I think, a little bit is, well, first of all, they play tough teams in those particular games. So you can look at that. You can look at what the opponent did. You can also look. I think they really struggle with the point guard spots. A lot of inexperience there. And then when they go up against a couple of physical bigs inside, players like Sonnenberg and Lengel don't excel, I guess, in that regard. So that's where their two main issues are coming. They didn't turn the ball over really all that much tonight. I mean, 15, that's so-so. Their struggles inside, inexperienced point guard spot, that's where you're seeing some of this come from.
I think you're right. A lot of ball pressure from Kansas State tonight. That's going to happen all year, and they didn't fix that. And two, they flung up a lot of bad shots inside.
They did. And AJ said this, by his count, this is the fourth game of the season so far where he's just been really perplexed as to his team's offensive performance.
Let's get to a team that was not perplexed at all. They get the first 15 points of the night, and the men roll North Dakota tonight, 92-54.
Historic performance.
The Fighting Sioux. Your thoughts on a really good performance from the Jacks?
Fighting Sioux?
I call them that. They are the Fighting Sioux till January 1st.
Still, my thoughts on their performance tonight, they fired on all cylinders. It's not very frequently that you have, Scott Nagy saying, well, we kind of just did a little bit of everything right.
Yep.
And this is the first time in this rivalry's history where, the concern was, well, did they pile it on late? With that three and a couple of other buckets there. SSU looked like they were really glad to be back home, playing in front of a good crowd tonight. Mm-hmm. North Dakota was outmatched. This little rivalry they had, quite a bit of a mismatch there.
Yeah, and the Jacks kind of did pile it on a little bit. 7 3-pointers in the second half. Yeah. And, if you've got open shots, hit them. Jacks did. They were plus 24 in rebounds. Like you said, everything went right.
And their superstar was on the bench, most of the second half.
Yeah, and this is a team that they play 5 days from now in Grand Forks.
They are going to come out a little angry, I feel.
Yeah, there'll be some.
We'll see if it's a 41-point difference.
I don't think it will be.
I don't think so either. Anything can happen.
Yeah. Thanks for following along, watching.
Next week we a couple more events yet. Winding down, but
Dakota State.
We'll see if we can scrum up.
Yeah. Is this your last video blog?
God, I hope not.
Okay. We'll squeeze in one after Dakota State.
All right. Sounds good.
Thanks for watching.